Persuade, my loving soul. Won't even you have ever homely wits, who have not affection chains thy polar days with sweet glances of thy honored love? I rather would entreat thy company to see the wonders of the world abroad, than living dully sluggardized at home. Where art thy youth with shapeless idleness? But since thou lovest, love still, and thrive therein, even as I would, when I to love begin.
Wilt thou be gone, sweet Valentine? Adieu. Think on thy Proteus when thou haply seest some rare and noteworthy object in thy travel, which may partake in thy happiness when thou dost meet good hap. And in thy danger, if ever danger do environ thee, commend thy grievance to my holy prayers, for I will be thy beadsman sometimes.
And on a love book pray for my success?
Upon some book I love, I'll pray for thee.
That's on some shallow story of deep love, how young Leander crossed the Hellespont.
That's a deep story of a deeper love, for he was more than over shoes in love.
'Tis true, for you are over boots in love, and yet you never swam the Hellespont.
Over the boots? Nay, give me not the boots.
No, I will not, for it boots thee not.
What?
To be in love, where scorn is bought with groans, coy looks with heart-sore sighs, one fading, moments worth with 20 watchful, weary, tedious nights. If haply won, perhaps a hapless game. If lost, why then it however, but if folly bought with wit, or else to wit, but folly vanquishes.
So, by your circumstance you call me fool.
So by your circumstance, I'll feel you good.
'Tis love you can lend, I am not love.
Love is your master, for he masters you, and he that is so yoked by a fool, methinks should not be chronicled for one.
Yet writers say, as in the sweetest flood the eating canker dwells, so eating love and happiness in the finest wits of all.
And writers say, as the most forward bud is eaten by the canker ebb and flow, even so by love, the young and tender wood is turned to folly, blasting in the bud, losing its due, even in the prime, and all the fair affection it shows. But wherefore waste that time to counsel thee that are in boundary to what desire? Once more, adieu. My father to Rome, expects my coming there to see me ship.
And no, but I'm with thee, man.
Sweet Proteus, no. Now let us take our to Milan, and hear by thee from letters of thy success in love. And what news else besides thee on answer and I likewise will be with thee as well.
All happiness that chance to be Milan.
As much to be told, and so.
He after honor hunts, I after love. He leaves his friends to dignify them more. I leave myself, my friends and all, for love. Thou, Julia, I am not. Made me neglect my studies, lose my time, war with good counsel, set the word at naught. Wit with musing weak, heart sick with thought. But now he father tends to embark from Milan. Indeed, the sheep are very often straying if the shepherd be a while away. I do. When sitting where the sheep.
The sheep.
And thy master a shepherd. Shall go hard, but I'll prove it by another.
The shepherd seeks the sheep, and not the sheep the shepherd. But I seek my master, and my master seeks not me. Therefore, I am no sheep.
The sheep for follow follows the shepherd. The shepherd for food follows not the sheep. Thou for wages follows thy master for wages follows not thee. Therefore, thou art a sheep.
Such another proof made me cry, bah!
But dost thou hear? Gave thou my letter to Julia?
I said, I lost nothing, gave the letter to her. I laced nothing, and she laced nothing, gave me a lost nothing. Nothing from a labor.
Here's a small pleasure for such store of months.
Pleasure of the overcharged dear.
Nay, that you are straight, we'll best pound you.
Nay, sir, less than a pound shall serve me for carrying a letter.
You mistake. I mean the pound, a pinfold.
From a pound to a pin, fold it over and over to threefold, a little for carrying a letter to your lover.
But what section? Lord? Why, that's naughty.
You mistook, sir. I say she did not, and you ask me if she did not, and I say,
And that's set together as none.
Now you have taken the pains to sit together. Take a pen, please.
No, you shall have it for bearing the letter.
Sir, I must be pain to bear with you.
Why, sir, how do you bear with me?
No, the letter very ordinary.
Beshrew me, but you have a quick wit.
And it's what I cannot order to so purse.
Come, open the matter and read. What said she? Well, here's for your pains. What said she?
I think you hardly win.
Why? Couldst thou perceive so much from her?
Sir, I could perceive nothing at all from her. No, not so much as a ducat for delivering your letter and being so hard to remember for what you mind. And here she is very hard to you and telling your mind. Give him no token but stones, for she is a dear.
What said she? Nothing?
No, not so much as take them for their pains. To justify your bounty, I thank you. You have discerned me, and requited well. Henceforth, carry your letters yourself. And if so, go back to your town.
Go, be gone! The sacred ship from wreck which shall perish having thee aboard, be destined to dry at death on shore. Must go send some better messenger. To my Julia would not obey my lines, receiving them from such a worthless pope.
Madam, 'tis a passing shame that I, unworthy body as I am, should censure thus unlovely gentlemen.
And why not on Proteus as of all the rest?
Then thus, of many good, I think him best.
Your reason?
I have no other but a woman's reason. I think him so because I think him so.
And wouldst thou have me cast my love on him?
If you thought your love not cast away,
why, he of all the rest has never moved me.
Yet he of all the rest, I think, best loves he.
His little speaking shows his love but small.
Fire that's closest kept burns most of all.
They do not love that do not show their love.
Oh, they love least that let men know their love.
I would I knew his mind.
Peruse this paper, madam.
Julia, say from whom?
That the contents will show.
Say, who gave it thee?
Sir Valentine's page, and sent, I think, from Proteus. He would have given it to you, but I, being in the way, did in your name receive it. Pardon that fall, I pray.
Now by my modesty a goodly broker, that you presume to harbour wanton lines, to whisper and conspire against my youth? Now trust me, 'tis an office of great worth, and you an officer fit for the place. There, take the paper, see it be returned, or else return no more into my sight.
To plead for love deserves more fee than hate.
Will you be gone?
That you may ruminate.
And yet, I would I had overlooked the letter. It were a shame to call her back again, and pray her to a fault for which I chid her. What a fool is she that knows I am a maid and would not force the letter to my view, since maids in modesty say no to that which they would have the profferer construe I. Fie, how wayward is this foolish love that like a tasty babe will scratch the nurse and presently all humbled kiss the rod. How churlishly I should look at thy hands when willingly I would have had her here. How Hangily, I taught my brow to frown when inward joy enforced my heart to smile. My penance is to call Lucetta back and ask remission for my folly past. What ho, Lucetta?
What would your ladyship?
It's near dinner time.
I would it were that you might kill your stomach on your meat, and not up on your maid.
What is that you took up so gingerly?
Nothing.
Why didst thou stoop then?
To take a paper up that I let fall.
And is that paper nothing?
Nothing concerning me.
Then let it lie for those that it concerns.
It will not lie where it concerns, unless it has a false interpreter.
Some love of yours is writ to you in rhyme.
That I might sing it to a tune. Give me a note your ladyship can set.
As little by such toys as may be possible. Best sing it to the tune of Light of Love.
This is too heavy for so light a tune.
Heavy? Belike it has some burden then?
Aye, and melodious were it. Would you sing it?
And why not you?
I cannot reach that high.
Let's hear your song. How now, Minion?
Keep tune there still, so you will sing it out. And yet, methinks I do not like this tune.
You do not?
No, it is too sharp.
You, Minion, are too saucy.
And now you are too flat. And Ma the conquered with too harsh a descant. They wanted but a mean to fill your song.
The mean is drowned with your unruly bass.
Indeed, I bid the bass for Proteus.
This devil shall not henceforth trouble me. Here's a call with protestation. Go! Get you gone and let the papers lie. You would be fingering them to anger me.
She makes it strange, but she would be best pleased to be so angered with another letter.
Nay, would I were so angered with the same. Oh, hateful hands to tear such loving words, injurious wives to feed on such sweet honey and kill the beast that yielded with your stings. I'll kiss each several paper for a month. Look, here is writ kind Julia. Unkind Julia, as a revenge of thy ingratitude, I throw thy name against the breathing stones, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. And here is writ, Love wounded Proteus. Poor wounded name. My bosom as a bed shall lodge thee till thy wound be thoroughly healed, and thus I search it with a sovereign kiss. But twice or thrice was Proteus written down. The count would wink not a word away till I have found each letter in the letter. Except my knowing him, that's a whirlwind bear into a ragged, fearful, hanging rock and throw it dance into the raging sea. Lo, here in one line is his name twice writ. Poor, forlorn Proteus, passionate Proteus. To the sweet Julia, that I'll tear away. And yet I will not, 'tis so prettily he couples it to his complaining names. Thus will I fold them, one upon another. Now kiss, embrace, content, do what you will.
Madam, dinner is ready and your father stays.
Well, let us go.
What? Shall these papers lie like telltales here?
If you respect them, best to take them up.
I was taken up for laying them down. They shall not lie for catching cold.
I see, you have a mind to them.
You may say what sights you see. I see things too, although you judge, I wink.
Come, will please you, go!
Tell me, Panfilo, what's the talk was that wherewith my brother held you in the cloister?
To honor his nephew, Proteus, your son.
Why, what of him?
He wondered that your lordship would suffer him to spend his youth at home, while other men of slender reputation would force their sons to seek preferment out. Some to the wars to try their fortune there, some to discover islands far away, some to their studious universities. For any or for all these exercises, he said that Proteus, your son, was meet, and did request me to importune you, to let him spend his time no more at home, which would be great impeachment to his age in having known no travel in his youth.
No need so much importunity that on this month I have been hammering. I have considered well as loss of time and how I cannot be a perfect man, not being tried and truthful in the world. Experience is by industry achieved and perfected by the swift course of time. Then tell me, whither were best to send him?
I think your lordship is not ignorant that his companion, youthful Valentine, attends the emperor and his royal court.
I know it well.
'Twere good, I think your lordship send him thither. There shall he practice tills and tournaments, hear sweet discourse, converse with noblemen, and be an eye of every exercise, worthy his youth and nobleness of birth.
I like thy counsel. Well hast thou advised, and that thou mayst perceive how well I like it. The execution of it shall make known, even with the speediest expedition. I will dispatch him to the emperor's court.
Tomorrow, may it please you, Don Alfonso, with other gentlemen of good esteem, are joining him to salute the emperor and to commend their service to his will.
Good company. With them shall Proteus go. And in good time, now we will break with him.
Sweet love, sweet line, sweet life! Here's her hand, the angel of her heart. Here's her oath for love, for honor's pawn. Oh, that our fathers would applaud our love to seal our happiness with their consents. Oh, heavenly Julia!
Oh, now? What letter are you reading there?
Mate, please, your lordship, 'tis a word or two of commendation sent from Valentine. Delivered by a friend, that gentleman.
Lend me the letter, let me see what news.
There is no news, my lord, but that he writes how happily he lives, how well beloved, and daily graced by the emperor, wishing me with him, partner of his fortune.
And how stand you affected to his wish?
As one relying on your lordship's will, and not depending on his friendly wish.
My will is something sorted with his wish. Must not that, if thou suddenly proceed for what I will and there an end. I am resolved that thou shalt spend some time with Valentinus in the emperor's court. What maintenance he from his friends receives, like exhibition, thou shalt have from me. Tomorrow, being readiness to go, excuse it not, for I am peremptory.
My lord, I cannot be so soon provided. Please to deliberate a day or two.
Look, what I want shall be sent after thee. No more stay, tomorrow thou must go. Come on, Pontino, you shall be employed to hasten on this expedition.
Thus have I shunned the fire for fear of burning and drenching in the sea while I am drowned. I fear to show my father Julia's letter, lest he should take exceptions to my love. With the vantage of mine own excuse hath he accepted most against my love. Oh, how the spring of love resembles to the uncertain glory of an April day, which now shows all the beauty of the sun. And by a cloud takes all away.
Sir Proteus, your father calls for you. He's in haste, therefore I pray you go.
Why this it is? My heart accords thereto, and yet 1,000 times it answers no.
Sir Valentine and servant, to you 2,000.
He should give her interest, and she gives it him.
As you enjoined me, I have writ your letter unto the secret nameless friend of yours, which I was much unwilling to proceed in, but for my duty to your ladyship.
I thank you, gentle servant. 'Tis very cleverly done.
Now trust me, madam, it came hardly off, for being ignorant to whom it goes, I writ at random very doubtfully.
Perchance you think too much of so much pain.
No, madam, so stead you, please you command, I will write 1,000 times as much, and yet, if you want to...
Pretty period. Well, I've guessed the sequel. And yet, I will not name it. And yet I care not. And yet, take this again. Yet I thank you, meaning henceforth to trouble you no more.
And yet you will, and yet another yet.
Your ladyship, do you not like it?
Yes, the lines are very quaintly writ, but since unwillingly take them. Nay, take them.
Madam, they are for you.
I read them, sir, at my request, but I will none of them. I would have had read them more movingly.
Please you, I'll write your ladyship another.
And when it's writ for my sake, read it over, and if it please you, so. And if not, why, so.
If it please me, madam, what then?
Why, if it please you, take it for your labor. And so, good Lord, servant.
Oh, just unseen, inscrutable, invisible as a nose on a man's face or a weathercock on a steeple. My master's used to her and she has taught her suitor, he being her pupil, to become her tutor. Oh, excellent device! Was there ever heard better that my master, being scribe, to himself should write a letter?
How now? What are you reasoning with yourself?
Nay, I was rhyming. 'Tis you that have the reason.
To do what?
To be a spokesman for Madame Sylvia.
To whom?
To yourself. Why, she woos you by figure.
What figure?
By a letter, I should say.
Why, she had not written me.
What need she when she hath made you write to yourself? Why, did you not perceive her jest?
No, believe me.
No, believing you indeed. But did you perceive her earnest?
She gave me none except an angry word.
Why, she hath given you a letter.
That's the letter I wrote to her friend.
And that letter has she delivered, and there an end.
I would put it one worse.
I warrant you 'tis as well. For often have you writ to her, and she in modesty, or else for want of idle time, could not again reply. Fearing else some messenger that might you might discover. Herself have writ her lover, himself unto her lover. All this I speak in print, for a print I found it. Where muse you, sir? 'Tis dinner time.
I have dined.
Aye, but hearken, sir. Though the chameleon love can feed on the air, I am one that am nourished by my victuals, would have fain meat. Oh, be not like your mistress, be moved, be moved.
Have patience, gentle Julia.
I must, there is no remedy.
When possibly I can, I will return.
If you turn not, you will return the sooner. Keep this remembrance for thy glorious sake.
Why, then we will make exchange. Here, take you this.
And seal the bargain with a holy kiss.
Here's my hand for my true constancy. And when that hour was slips me in the day when I sigh not, Julia, for thy sake, the next ensuing hour some full mischance torment me for my love's forgetfulness. My father stays my coming. Answer not, the tide is now. Nay, not thy tide of tears. That tide will stay me longer than I should. Julia, farewell. What, gone without a word? Aye, so true love should do. It cannot speak, for truth hath better deeds than words to grace it.
So Proteus, your stay for avanti!
Go, I can't. Alas, this parting strikes poor lovers down.
Of this very fault. I have received my proportion like the prodigious son, and gone with Sir Proteus to the Imperial's court. I think Red, my dog, is the sorriest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, my sister crying, or maid howling, or cat wringing her hands, and all our house in a great perplexity. Yet did not this cruel-hearted cur shed one tear. Here's a stone, a very pebble stone, and has no more pity in him than a dog. A Jew would have wept to have seen our parting. While my grandam, having no eyes, look you, wept herself blind at my parting. Nay, I'll show you the manner of it. And this too is my father. No, this left just my father. No, this left just my mother. Nay, that cannot be neither. Yes, it is so, it is so. It has the worst so. This truth, the whole of it, is my mother, and this is my father. Have vengeance on. There it is. Now, sir, this is my sister, for look you, she is as white as a lily, and as small as a wand. This head is Nan, our maid. I am the dog. No, the dog is himself, and I am the dog. Oh! I am the dog, and I am myself. No, I saw so. Now come to my father. Father, your blessing? Now should not the shoe speak a word for weeping? Now should I kiss my father? Well, he weeps on. Now coming to my mother. Woo! Oh, that she could speak now like a true Kugelschreiber. Well, I shall kiss her. Whoa. Wow, wider, this, whoo! Here's my mother's breath up and down. Whoo! Now I come to my sister. Mark the moan she makes. Now the dog, all this while sheds not a tear nor speaks a word. But see how I lay the dust with my tears.
Lance! Away! Away aboard! Thy master is shipped and thou art to post after with doors. What's the matter? He weeps, Tom, man. Away, yes! You lose the tide if you tarry any longer.
It doesn't matter if the tide were lost, for it is the unkindest tide that ever any man tied.
What's the unkindest tide?
Why, he that's tied here. Grab my dog.
That, man, I mean thou lose the flood, and in losing the flood, lose thy voyage, and in losing thy voyage, lose thy master, and in losing thy master, lose thy service, and in losing thy service, why dost thou stop in my mouth?
For fear thou shouldst lose thy tongue.
Where should I lose my tongue?
In thy tail!
In thy tail!
Aye! Lose the tide and the voyage and the master and the service and the tide. Why, man, if the river were dry, I am able to fill it with my tears. If the wind were down, I could ride the boat with my sighs.
Come away, man! I was sent to call thee!
Sir, call me what thou darest.
Where did thou go?
Well, I will go.
Stronzo!
On you.
Aye, it's for love.
Not of you.
Of my mistress.
Where could you have knocked him?
Serving, you are sad.
Indeed, madam, I seem so.
Seem you that you are not.
Happily I do.
So the counterfeit.
So do you.
What seems I that I am not?
Why?
What instance of the contrary?
Your father.
How quote you my folly?
I quoted in your jerkin.
My jerkin is a doublet.
Well then, I'll double your folly.
Do you change color?
You indeed, madam. He is a kind of comedian.
That have more mind to feed on your blood than live in your air.
You have said, sir.
I, sir, and don't you for this time.
I know it well, sir. You always end ere you begin.
Fine volley of words, gentlemen, and quickly shut up.
It is indeed, madam. We thank the giver.
Who's that, servant?
Yourself, sweet lady, for you gave the fire. So Thurio borrows his wit on your ladyship's looks and spends what he borrows kindly in your company.
Sir, if you spend word for word with me, I shall make your wit bankrupt.
I know it well, sir. You have an exchequer of words, and I think no other fellows for the fears by their bare liveries that they live by your bare words.
No more, gentlemen, no more. Here comes my father.
Now, daughter Sylvia, your heart beset. Sir Valentine, your father is in good health. What say you to a letter from your friends of much good news?
I will be thankful for any happy messenger from thence.
Know ye Don Antonio, your countryman?
I, my good lord, I know the gentleman to be a worth and to worthy estimation, and not without deserts so well reputed.
Has he not a son?
I, my good lord, a son that well deserves the honour and regard of such a father.
You know him well?
I know him as myself, for from my infancy we have conversed and spent our hours together. and thou myself hast been an idle truant, omitting the sweet benefit of time to clothe mine age with angel-like perfection, and as Proteus, for that's his name, made use and fair advantage of his days. His years but young, but his experience old, his head unmellowed, but his judgment ripe. And in a word, for far behind his worth comes all the praises that I now bestow, he is complete, in feature and in mind, with all good grace to grace a gentleman.
Beshrew me, sir, but if he make this good, he is as worthy for an empress's love as me to be an imperial consular. Well, sir, this gentleman has come to me with commendation from great potentates, and he means to spend his time a while. I think it's no unwelcome news to you.
Should I have wished a thing, it had been he.
Welcome him, and then according to his worth. Sylvia, I speak to you, and you, Thothurio. For Valentine, I need not sight into it. I will send him hither.
Mr. Gentleman, I told your ladyship had come along with me, but that his mistress did hold his eyes locked in her crystal looks.
You like that now she has enfranchised them upon some other part for fealty.
Aye, sure, I think she holds them prisoners still.
Nay, then he should be blind, and being blind, how could he see his way to seek out you?
Why, lady, love has 20 pair of eyes.
They say, love had not an eye at all.
As yourself. Upon a homely object, love can wink.
Done, done. Comes the gentleman.
Welcome, dear Proteus. Mistress, I beseech you confirm his welcome with some special favor.
His worth is warrant for his welcome hither, if this be he you oft have wished to hear from.
Mistress, it is. Sweet lady, entertain him to be my fellow servant to your ladyship.
Too low a mistress for so high a servant.
Not so, sweet lady, but to me a servant to have a look of such a worthy mistress.
Leave off discourse of disability. Sweet lady, entertain him to be your servant.
My duty will boast of nothing else.
Duty never yet did one this. Servant, you are welcome to a worthless mistress.
I would die on him that say so but yourself.
And you are welcome.
That you are worthless.
Madam, my lord, your father will speak with you.
I wonder if his pleasure. Come, Thothurio, go with me. Once more, new servant, welcome. I'll leave you to comfort of Homer first. When you have done, we'll look to hear from you.
We will both attend upon your ladyship.
Now tell me, how do I from whence you came?
Your friends are well and have them much command.
And how do yours?
I left them all in health.
How does your lady, and how thrives your love?
My tales of love were wont to weary you. I know you join up in a love discourse.
I Proteus, but that life is altered now. I have done penance for contemning love, whose high imperious thoughts have punished me with bitter fasts, with penitential groans, with nightly tears and daily heart-sore sighs. For in my revenge of my contempt of love, love has chased sleep from my enthralled eyes and made them watchers of mine own heart's sorrow. O gentle Proteus, love's a mighty Lord, and has so humbled me as I confess. There is no woe to his correction, nor to his service, nor such joy on earth. Now, no discourse, except it be of love. Now can I break my fast, die and sup and sleep upon the very naked name of love!
Enough! I read your fortune in your eye. Was this the idol that you worship so?
Even she. And is she not a heavenly saint?
No, but she's an earthly paragon.
Call her divine!
I will not flatter her.
Oh, flatter me, for love delights in praises.
When I was sick, you gave me praise. I was ministered alike to you.
Then speak the truth by her. If not divine, yet let her be a principality sovereign to all the creatures on the earth.
Except my mistress.
Sweet, except not any, except thou willst, except against my love.
Have I not reason to prefer mine own?
I will help thee to prefer her too. She shall be dignified with this high honor to bear my lady's train, lest the base earth should from her vesture chance steal a kiss, and of so great a favor growing proud, disdain to root the summer swelling flower and make rough winter everlastingly.
Why, Valentine, what vagardism is this?
Pardon me, Proteus, all I can is nothing to her, whose worth makes other worthies nothing. She is alone.
Then let her alone.
Not for the world! Why, man, she is mine own, and I is rich in having such a jewel as 20 seas, if all her sand were pearl, the water nectar, and the rocks pure gold. Forgive me that I do not dream on thee, because thou seest me dote upon my love. My foolish rival, that her father likes only for his possessions are so huge, is going to her along, and I must after. For love, thou knowest, is full of jealousy.
But she loves you.
Aye, and we are betrothed. Nay more. Our marriage hour, with all the cunning manner of a flight determined on. How I must climb her window, the ladder made of cords, and all the means plotted and agreed on for my happiness. Good Proteus, go with me to my chamber, and these affairs to aid me with thy counsel.
Go on before, I shall inquire forth. I must onto the road to disembark some necessaries I needs must use, and then I'll presently attend you.
Will you make haste?
I will. Even as one heat another heat expels, or as one nail by strength drives out another, so the remembrance of my former love is by a newer object quite forgotten. Is it mine eye or Valentine's praise, her true perfection or my false transgression, that makes me reason less to reason thus? She is fair, and so is Julia that I love, that I did love. For now my love is thought, which, like a waxen image against the fire, bears no impression of the thing it was. Methinks my zeal to Valentine is cold, and that I love him not as I was wont. Oh, but I love this lady too much. And that's the reason I love him so little. How shall I dote on her with more advice than that without advice begin to love her? 'Tis but her picture I affection. There is no reason but I shall be blind. If I can check my erring love, I will. If not, to compass her I'll use my skill.
Thyself treat you, or I am not welcome. I reckon 'tis always that a man is never undone till he be hanged, nor never welcome to a place of some certain should be paid. And the hostess say, welcome.
Come on, you madcap. I'll to the alehouse with you presently, wherefore one shot of 5 pence thou shalt have 5,000 welcomes. But, Sirrah, tell me, how did thy master part with Madame Julia?
Mary, after they closed in earnest, they parted very fairly in jest.
But shall she marry him?
No.
How then shall he marry her?
No, neither.
What, are they broken?
No, they are both as whole as a fish.
How then, how stands the matter with them?
Mary thus, when it stands well with him, it stands well with her.
What an ass art thou, understands thee not.
What a block art thou that thou canst not? My staff understands me.
What thou sayest?
Aye, and what I do too. Look thee, but lean. And my staff understands me.
It stands under thee indeed.
Why, stand under and understand is all one.
But tell me true, wilt be a match?
Ask my dog. If you say aye, it will. If you say no, it will. If you shake your tail and say nothing, it will!
The conclusion is then that it will.
Thou shalt never get such a secret from me, but by parable.
'Tis well that I get it so, but, Lance, how they say is that my master has become a notable lover.
I never knew him otherwise.
Then how?
A notable lover, as thou reportest him to be?
And why thou hast an ass? Yeah, mistakes me.
Why, fool, I meant not thee, I meant thy master.
I tell thee my master has become a hot
Well, I tell thee, I care not, though he burn himself in love. If thou wilt, go with me to the alehouse. If not, thou art an Hebrew, a Jew, not worth the name of a Christian.
Why?
Because thou hast not so much charity in thee as to go to the ale with a Christian. Wilt thou go?
At thy service.
Julia shall I be forsworn. To love fair Sylvia shall I be forsworn. To wrong my friend I shall be much forsworn. And even that power that gave me first my oath provokes me to the threefold perjury. Love bade me swear, and love bids me forswear. O sweet suggesting love, if thou hast sinned, teach me that tempted subject to excuse it. At first I did adore a twinkling star, but now I worship a celestial sun. Unheedful vows may heedfully be broken. And he wants wit that wants resolved will to learn his wit, to exchange the bad for better. Fie, unreverent tongue to call her bad, whose sorrow ain't so oft the rest preferred with the 20,000 soul-confirming oaths. I cannot leave to love. And yet I do, but there I leave to love where I should love. Julia I lose, Valentine I lose. If I keep them, I needs must lose myself. If I lose them, thus find I better loss for Valentine, myself for Julia, Sylvia. I to myself am dearer than a friend, for love is still most precious in itself, and Sylvia, witness heaven that made her fair, shows Julia what is worth the Ethiop. I will forget that Julia is alive, remembering that my love to her is dead. And Valentine I'll hold an enemy, aiming at Sylvia as a sweeter friend. I cannot now prove constant to myself without some treachery used to Valentine. This night he meaneth with a call a letter to climb celestial Sylvia's chamber window, myself in counsel, his competitor. Now, I'll presently give her father notice of their disguise and intended flight, who, all enraged, will banish Valentine. For through you he intends shall wed his daughter, but Valentine being gone, I'll quickly cross by some sly trick, blunt Thurio's style proceeding. Love, lend me wings to make my purpose swift, as thou hast lent me wit to plot this drift.
Counsel, Lucetta, gentle girl, assist me, and even in kind love I do conjure thee, who are at the table, wherein all my thoughts are visibly charactered and engraved, to lesson me, and tell me some good mean, how with my honor I may undertake a journey to my loving Proteus.
Alas, the way's wearisome and long.
A true devoted pilgrim is not weary to measure kingdoms with his feeble steps, much less shall she that has love's wings to fly, and when the flight is made to one so dear, of such divine perfection as Sir Proteus.
Better forbear till Proteus makes return.
Oh no, still not his looks are my soul's food. Pity the dearth that I've pined in by longing for that food so long a time. Didst thou but know the inlaid touch of love, thou wouldst as soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words.
I do not seek to quench the love-hot fire, but qualify the fire's extreme rage, lest it should burn above the bounds of reason.
The more thou dampst it up, the more it burns. The current that with gentle murmur blights thou knowst, being stopped, impatiently doth rage. But when his fair course is not hindered, he makes sweet music with the enamelled stones, giving a gentle kiss to every step she overtaketh in his pilgrimage. And so by many winding nooks he strays, with willing sport to the wild ocean. Then let me go and hinder not my course. I'll be as patient as a gentle stream, and make a pastime of each very step, till the last step have brought me to my love, And there I rest, as after much turmoil a blessed soul doth in Elysium.
But in what habit will you go along?
Not like a woman, for I would prevent the loose encounters of lascivious man. Gentle Lucetta, fit me with such weeds as maybe seems some well-reputed page.
Why then, your ladyship must cut your hair.
No, girl, I'll knit it up in silken strings with 20 odd conceited true love knots, to be fantastic may become a youth of greater time than I shall show to be.
In what fashion should I make your breeches?
That fits as well as, tell me, good my lord, what compass will you wear your farthingale? Why even, what fashion thou best likes, Lucetta?
You must needs have them with a cut piece wearing.
Out, Lucetta, that would be a favourite.
A round hose, madam. Now you burn him. Unless you have a cut piece to stick pins on.
Lucetta, as thou lovest me, let me have what thou thinkst needful, Miss Mannerly. But tell me, wench, how will the world repute me for undertaking so unstaid a journey? I fear me it will make me scandalized.
Well, if you think so, then stay at home and go not.
Nay, that I will not.
Then never dream on infamy, but go. If Proteus likes your journey when you come, no matter who's displeased when you are gone, I fear me he will scarce be pleased withal.
That is the least, Lucetta, of my fear. 1,000 oaths, an ocean of his tears, and instances of infinite of love want me welcome to my Proteus.
All these are servants to deceitful men.
Base man that used them to so base effect. But truer stars to govern Proteus' birth. His words are bonds, his oaths are oracles, his love sincere, his thoughts immaculate, his tears pure messengers sent from his heart as far from fraud as heaven from earth.
Pray heaven, he prove so when you come to him.
Now, as thou loves me, do him not that wrong to bear a hard opinion of his truth. Only deserve my love by loving him. And presently, go with me to my chamber to take a note of what I stand in need of to furnish me more on my longing journey. All that is mine, I leave at thy dispose. My goods, my lands, my reputation. Only lieu thereof dispatch me hence. Come answer not but truth presently. I am impatient of my tarriance.
Thurio. Give us leave, I pray a while. We have some secrets to confer about. Well, Proteus, tell me, what's your will with me?
My gracious lord, that which I would discover, the law of friendship bids me to conceal. But when I call to mind your gracious favours done to me, undeserving as I am, my duty pricks me on to utter that which else no worldly good should draw from me. No, worthy prince, Sir Valentine, my friend, this night intends to steal away your daughter. Myself am one made privy to the plot. I know you have determined to bestow her on Thurio, whom your gentle daughter hates, and should she thus be stolen away from you, it would be much vexation to your age. Thus, for my duty's sake, I rather chose to cross my friend in this intended drift, than by concealing it, heap on your head a pack of sorrows, which would press you down, being unprevented, to your timeless grave.
Proteus, I thank thee for thine honest care, which to requite commend me while I live. Love of theirs myself have often seen, only when they have judged me fast asleep, and oftentimes have proposed to forbid Sir Valentine to accompany my call. But, fearing lest my jealous aim might err, and so unworthily disgrace the man, the rashness that I ever yet have shunned, I gave him gentle looks, thereby to find that which thyself has now disclosed to me. And what thou mayst perceive my fear of this, knowing the tender youth soon suggested, a nightly lodger in an upper tower, the key whereof myself have ever kept. And thence she cannot be conveyed away.
No, noble lord. They have devised a mean. We her chamber window will ascend and with a cord a ladder fetch it down. Which the useful lover now is gone, and this way comes he with it presently. where, if it please you, you may intercept him. But, good my lord, do it so cunningly that my discovery be not aimed at. For love of you, not hate unto my friend, have made me publisher of this pretense.
By my honor, he shall never know that I had any light from thee of this.
Adieu, my lord. Sir Valentine's coming.
Sir Valentine, whither away so fast?
Please, at your grace, there is a messenger that stays to bear my letters to my friends, and I am going to deliver them.
Be they of much import?
The tenor of them doth but signify my health and happy being at your court.
Nay then, no matter, stay with me a while. I am to break with thee of some affairs that touch me near, wherein thou must be secret. So, 'tis not unknown to thee that I have sought to match my friend Sir Thurio to my daughter.
I know well, my lord, and sure the match were rich and honourable. Besides, the gentleman is full of virtue, bounty, worth, and qualities beseeming such a wife as your fair daughter. Cannot your grace win her to fancy him?
No, trust me, she's peevish, sullen, froward, proud, disobedient, stubborn, lacking duty, neither regarding that she's my child, nor fearing me as if I were her father. And when I say to thee, this pride of hers upon advice hath drawn my love from her. And where I thought the remnant of my age should have been cherished by her childlike duty, I now am full resolved to take a wife and turn her out to who will take her in. Then let her beauty be her wedding dower. For me and my possessions, she esteems not.
What would your grace have me to do in this?
Well, there is a lady in Verona here, whom I affect. But she's nice and coy, and not esteems my aged eloquence. Now, therefore, would I have thee to my tutor. For long agone I have forgot to court. Besides, the fashion of the time is changed. How and which way I may bestow myself to be regarded in her some bright eye.
Win her with gifts if you respect not words. Dumb jewels, often in their silent kind, more than quick words, do move a moment's mind.
But she did scorn a present that I sent her.
A woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. Send another. Never give her over, for scorn at first makes after love the more. If she do frown, 'tis not in hate of you, but rather to beget more love in you. If she do chide, it's not to have you gone, for why the fools are mad if left alone. Take no repulse, whatever she does say, for get you gone, she does not mean away. Flatter and praise, command, extol their graces. Thou never so black, say they have angels' faces. That man that has a tongue, I say, is no man, if with his tongue he cannot win a woman.
But she, I mean, is promised by her friends and to a youthful gentleman of worth and kept severely from resort of man, that no man hath access by day to her.
Why then I would resort to her by night?
Aye, but the doors be locked and keys kept safe, that no man hath recourse to her by night.
What lets but one may enter at her window?
The chamber is far aloft, far from the ground, and built so shelving that one cannot climb it without apparent hazard of a slide.
Why then a ladder, quaintly made of cords, to cast up with a pair of anchoring hooks, would serve to scale another hero's tower so boldly I would adventure it.
Now, as thou art the gentleman of blood, advise me where I may have such a ladder.
When would you use it? Pray, sir, tell me that.
This very night. For love is like a child that longs for everything that he can come by.
By 7 o'clock I'll get you such a ladder.
But hark thee, I will go to her alone. How shall I best convey the letter thither?
It will be like, my lord, that you may bear it under cloak that is of any length.
Cloak as long as thine will serve the turn?
Aye, my good lord.
Then let me see thy cloak. I'll get me one of such another length.
Why, any cloak will serve the turn, my lord.
But how shall I fashion me to wear a cloak? I pray thee, let me feel thy cloak upon me. What leather is the same? What's here? To Sylvia! Sylvia! This night I will enfranchise thee. Wilt thou reach stars because they shine on thee? Be gone. I will not hear thy vain excuse. And if thou lovest thy life, make speed from hence!
And why not death rather than living torment? To die is to be banished from herself. And Sylvia is myself. Not light is light if Sylvia be not seen. But joy is joy if Sylvia be not by. Unless it be to think that she is by and feed upon the shadow of perfection. Except I be by Sylvia in the night, there is no music in the nightingale. Unless I look at Sylvia in the day, there's no day for me to look upon. She is my essence, and I leave to be if I be not by her fair influence, fostered, illumined, cherished, kept alive. I fly not to fly's deadly doom. I tarry here but attend on death. I fly hence, fly away from life.
Run, boy, run and seek him out.
So ho!
What seest thou?
Him we go to find. Where's not but this is Valentine.
Valentine?
No.
Who then, his spirit?
Neither.
What then?
Nothing.
Can nothing speak? Master, shall I strike?
Who wilt thou strike?
Nothing.
Will forbear.
Why, sir, I strike nothing. I pray.
Sarah, I say forbear. Friend Valentine, a word?
My ears are stopped and cannot hear good news, so much of bad already has possessed them.
Then in dumb silence will I bury mine, for they are harsh, untunable, and dead.
Is Sylvia dead?
No, Valentine.
No, Valentine, indeed, forsake with Sylvia. Has she forsworn me?
No, Valentine.
No, Valentine, if Sylvia have forsworn me. What is your news?
Sir, there is a proclamation that you are banished.
That thou art banished! Banished, banished, banished! Oh, that's the news. From hands, from Sylvia, and from me, thy friend.
Oh, I'm fed up on this war already. Now excess work will make me surf it. Does Sylvia know that I'm banished?
Aye. And she hath offered to the doom, which unreversed stands in effectual force, a sea of melting pearl that some call tears. Those at her father churlish feet she tendered, with them upon her knees her humble self, wringing her hands, whose whiteness so became them, as if by now they waxy pale for woe. But neither bended knees, pure hands held up, sad sighs, deep groans, nor silver shading tears could penetrate her uncompassionate sire. But Valentine, if he be ta'en, must die. Besides, her intercession chafed him so, when she for thy repeal was suppliant that to close prison he commanded her, with many bitter threats of biting.
No more! Unless the next word that thou speaks have some malignant power upon my life. If so, I pray thee, breathe it in my ears, emptying of my endless dolor.
Cease to lament, for that thou canst not help, and study help for that which thou lamentest. Time is the nurse and breeder of all good. Here if thou stay, thou canst not see thy love. Besides staying will abridge thy life. Hope is the lover's staff. Walk hence with that and manage it against despairing thoughts. Thy letters may be here, though thou art hence, which being writ to me shall be delivered even in the milk-white bosom of thy love. The time now serves not to expostulate. Come, I'll convey thee through the city gate, and ere I part with thee, confer large of all that may concern thy love affairs. As thou lovest Sylvia, though not for thyself, regard thy danger and along with me.
I pray thee, Lance, if thou seest my boy, bid him make haste and meet me at the north gate.
Go, Sirrah, find him out. Come then.
Oh, my dear Sylvia, hapless Valentine.
I am but a fool. And look, yet I have the wit to think my master is kind of a knave. Or that's all one if he be but one knave. He lives not now that knows me to be in love. Yet I am in love. But a team of horse shall not pluck that from me, nor root his I love. And yet, 'tis a woman. But what woman I will not tell myself. And yet 'tis a milkmaid. It is not a maid, for she have had gossips. Yet 'tis a maid, for she is her master's maid, and serves for wages. She has more qualities than a water spaniel, which is much in a bare Christian. Here is the catalogue of her conditions. Imprimis, she can fetch and carry. Why, a horse can do no more. Nay, a horse cannot fetch, but only carry. Therefore, she is better than a jade. Item, she can milk. Look you, a sweet virtue in a maid with clean hands.
How now, Signor Lance? What news with your mastership?
With my master's ship? Why, it is at sea!
Well, your old wife still mistake the word. What news are in thy paper?
The blackest news thou ever heardst.
Why, man, how black?
Why, as black as ink.
Let me read them.
Found thee, Joseph! Thou canst not read!
Thou lies, I can!
I will try thee. Tell me this. Who begot thee?
Mary, the son of my grandfather.
Oh, illiterate loiterer! It was the son of thy grandmother! This proves that thou canst not read.
Come, fool, come, try me in thy paper.
There. And send me this be thy speed.
Imprimis, she can milk.
Aye, that she can.
Item, she brews good ale.
And thereof comes the proverb, blessing of your heart, you brew good ale.
Item, she can sew.
That's as much as to say, can she sew?
Item, she can knit.
What need a man care for a stuck with a wench, which can knit him a stuck?
Item, she can wash and scour.
A special virtue, for then she need not be washed and scoured.
Item, she can spin.
Them ears set the world on wheels. When she can spin for a living.
Item, she has many nameless virtues.
That's as much as to say best of virtues, that indeed know not their fathers, and therefore have no names.
Here follows her vices.
Close at her virtues.
Item, she is not to be fasting in respect of her breath.
Well, that fault may be mended with her breakfast. Read on.
Item, she had a sweet mouth.
That makes amends for a sour breath.
Item, she does talk in her sleep.
It's a matter for that, though she sleep not in her talk.
Item, she is slow in words.
Oh, villain that set this down among her vices. To be slow in words is a woman's only virtue. I pray thee out with and place it for her chief virtue.
Item, she's proud.
Out of that too, it was Eve's legacy, and cannot be taken from her.
Item, she has no teeth.
I care not for that neither, because I love crusts.
Item, she's curved.
She has no teeth to bite.
Item, she will often praise her liquor.
If her liquor be good, she shall. If she will not, I will. For good things should be praised.
Item, she's too liberal.
Of her tongue she cannot, for that's for down she's low. Of her purse she shall not, for that I'll keep shut. Though of another thing she may, that I cannot help. Well, proceed.
Item, she has more hair than wit, and more force than hairs, and more wealth than walls.
Stop here. I'll have her. She was mine, and not mine twice or thrice in that last article. Rehearse it once more.
She has more hair than wit.
More hair than wit? But maybe. I'll prove it. The cover of the salt hides the salt, and therefore it is more than the salt. The hair that covers the wit is more than the wit. The greater hides the less. What's next?
And more false than hairs.
That's monstrous! Oh, that were out.
And more wealth than...
Well, that world makes the false gracious. Well, I'll have her. And if it be a match, as nothing is impossible...
What's next?
What then? I will tell thee that thy master sits on thee at the north gate.
For me.
For me? Aye! What though? He has stayed for a better man than thee?
And must I go to him?
Thou must run to him, for thou hast stayed so long. Let's go, and will scarce determine.
Why didst thou tell me sooner? Box of your love letters.
Now he will be swinged for reading my letter. An unmannerly slave that will
caress himself into secret. I'll after to rejoice in the boy's correction.
Sartorio, fear not, but that she will love you. Now Valentine is banished from her sight.
Since his exile she hath despised me most. Sworn my company and railed at me. That I am desperate of obtaining her.
This weak empress of love is as a figure drenched in ice, which within an hour's heat dissolves to water and thus loses form. A little time will melt her frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine shall be forgot. How now, Sir Proteus? Is your countermand, according to our proclamation, gone?
Gone, my good lord.
My daughter takes the going grievously?
A little time, my lord, will kill that grief.
I believe so, but Thurio thinks not so. Proteus, the good conceit I hold of thee makes me the better to confer with thee.
Longer than I prove loyal to your grace, let me not live to look upon your grace.
Thou knowest how willingly I would effect the match between Sir Thurio and my daughter.
I do, my lord.
And also I think thou art not ignorant how she opposes against my will.
She did, my lord, when Valentine was here.
Aye, and perversely she persevered so. But what might we do to make the girl forget the love of Valentine and love Sir Thurio?
The best way is to slander Valentine with falsehood, cowardice, and poor descent. 3 things that women highly hold in hate.
But she'll think that is spoken hate.
Aye, if his enemy deliver it. Therefore it must with circumstance be spoken by one whom she esteems as his friend.
Then you must undertake to slander him.
And that, my lord, I should be loath to do. 'Tis an ill office for a gentleman, especially against his very friend.
Where your good word cannot advance him, your slander cannot damage him. Therefore, the office is indifferent, being entreated to it by your friend.
You have prevailed, my lord. If I can do it by aught that I can...
Danger! If there be 10, shriek not, but down with them!
Stand, sir! And throw us the devil bolt! If not, we'll make you sit in right by you!
These are the villains that all the passengers would fear so much.
My friend!
That's not so, sir. We are your enemies.
Peace! We'll hear him.
Aye, by my bird will be, for he is a proper man.
They know that I have little wealth to lose. A man I am, crossed with adversity. My riches are these poor habiliments, of which, if you should here disfurnish me, you take the sum and substance that I have.
Whither travel you?
To Verona.
Whence came you?
From Milan.
Have long sojourned there?
Some 60 months, and longer might have stayed, if crooked fortune had not thwarted me.
What? Were you banished thence?
I was.
For offense.
For that which now torments me to rehearse. I killed a man, whose death I much repent. But yet, I slew manfully, in fight, without false vantage or base treachery.
Why ne'er repented if it were done so? But were you banished for so small a fault?
I was, and help me glad of such a doom.
Have you the time?
My youthful travel therein made me happy, or else I often had been miserable.
By the brass scope of Robin's Fed Friar, this fellow working for a white faction.
We'll have him! Serves a word!
Master, be one of them. It's an honorable kind of thievery.
Peace, villain.
Yeah!
Tell us this, have you anything to take to?
Nothing but my fortune.
Know then that some of us are gentlemen, such as the Führer von Javenschuh was from the company of awful men. Myself was from Verona banished for practicing to steal away a lady and near lightened the Duke.
And I from Mantua for a gentleman who in my mood I stepped unto the heart.
Aye, for such like petty crimes as these, but to the purpose. For we cite our faults, that they may hold excused of all his lives, and hardly seeing you are beautified with goodly shape, and by your own report, a linguist, a man of such perfection. we do not quote you.
Indeed, because you are a banished man. Therefore, but do as we parley to you. Are you content to be our general, to make a virtue of necessity, to live as we do in this wilderness?
What sayest thou? Wilt thou be of our consent? Say I, and be the captain of us all. Well, do the homage and be ruled by thee, love thee as our commandant, our king.
But if thou scorn our courtesy, thou diest.
Thou shalt not live to brag what we've offered.
I will take your offer and I will live with you.
Yeah!
Provided that you do no outrages on silly women or poor passengers.
No, we detest such vile-based practices. Come, go with us. We'll bring thee to our cruise and show thee all the treasure we have got, which, with ourselves, all rise and die
Already ever been forced to Valentine. And now I must be as unjust to Thurio. Another color of commanding him. I have access mine own love to prefer. But Sylvia is too fair, too true, too holy to be corrupted with my worthless gifts. Will I protest true loyalty to her? She twins me with the falls into my friend. But to her beauty I command my vows. She bids me think. While we forsworn in breaking faith with Julia, whom I love. And notwithstanding all the sudden quips, the least whereof should quell a lover's hope. Yet, Spaniel-like, the more she spurns my love, the more it grows and falleth on her still.
Yeah.
But here comes Julia. And after for a window, we get some evening news before here.
Oh, no, Sir Proteus. I crept it for us.
Aye, gentle Thurio, for you know that love will creep in service where we cannot go.
Aye, but I hope, sir, you love not here.
Sir, but I do, or else I would be hence.
Who, Sylvia?
Aye, Sylvia, for your sake.
I thank you for your own. And now, gentlemen, last tune, and to it, last to a while.
Now, my young guest, methinks you are melancholy. I pray you, why is it?
Marry my house because I cannot be married.
Come, we'll have you married. I'll bring you where you shall hear music and see the gentleman that you asked for.
But shall I hear him speak?
I bet you shall.
That will be music.
Hark, hark.
Sing Sylvia.
garlands brave, and to her led as garlands wave, and to her led as garlands wave.
Are you sadder than you were before? Why do you, man? The music likes you not.
You mistake. The musician likes me not.
Why, my pretty youth?
He plays false, brother.
How? Out of tune on the strings?
Not so. But that's so false that he grieves my very heartstrings.
You have a quick ear.
I have, but I were deaf. It makes me have a slow heart.
I perceive you delight not in music.
Not a wit when it jars so.
Hard word find changes in the music.
Aye, that changes the spite.
You would have them always play but one thing.
I would always have one play but one thing. But host, does this Proteus that we talk on often resorting to this gentlewoman?
I tell you what Lance's man told me. He loved her out of all Nick.
Where is Lance?
Gone to seek his dog, which tomorrow by his master's command he must carry for a present to his lady.
Please, stand aside and come to Lance.
Sir Thurio, fear not you. I would so plead that you shall sell my cunning drift excels.
Where met we?
At St. Gregory's Well.
Farewell.
Madam, good even to your ladyship.
I thank you for your music, gentlemen. Who's that spake?
One lady, if you knew his pure heart's truth, you would quickly learn to know him by his voice.
Sir Proteus, as I take it.
Sir Proteus, gentle lady, and your servant.
What's your will?
That I may compass yours.
You have your wish. My will is even this, that presently you hie on to bed, thou subtle, perjured, false, disloyal man. Think'st thou I'm so shallow, so conceitless, to be seduced by their flattery, thou that hast deceived so many with thy vows? Return! Return and make thy love amends! From me by this pale queen of night, I swear I'm so far from granting thy request, that I despise thee in thy wrongful suit, and by intend to chide myself, even for this time I spent in talking to thee.
I grant, sweet love, that I did love a lady, but she is dead.
'Twere false if I should speak it, for I am sure she's not buried.
Say that she be, yet Valentine, thy friend, survives, to whom thyself art witness I am betrothed. And art thou not ashamed to wrong with thy importunacy?
I likewise hear that Valentine is dead.
So suppose am I, for in his grave assure thyself my love is buried.
Then let me rake it from the earth.
Go to thy lady's grave and call her thence, or at the least in her sepulchre thine.
He heard not that.
Madam, if your heart be so obdurate, vouchsafe me yet your picture for my love. The picture that is hanging in your chamber. To that I'll speak, to that I'll sigh and weep, for since the substance of your perfect self is else devoted, I am but a shadow, and to your shadow will I make true love.
If 'twere a substance, you would sure deceive it and make it but a shadow as I am.
I am very loath to be your idol, sir, but since your falsehood shall become you well, to worship shadows and adore false shapes, send to me in the morning, and I'll send it. And so, good rest.
It's the wretches of overnight that wait for execution in the morgue.
Host, will you go?
Why, my Halliday, I was fast asleep.
I pray you, where lies Sir Proteus?
Mary at my house, trust me, I think this home stay.
Not so, but it has been the longest night that ever I watched. The heaviest.
remember that Madame Sylvia entreated me to call in over mind. Oh, there's some great matter she'd employ me in. Madam? Madam!
Who calls?
Your servant and your friend, one that attends your ladyship's command.
Sir Eglamour, 1,000 times good morrow.
As many, worthy lady, to yourself. According to your ladyship's impose, I am thus early come to know what service it is your pleasure to command me in.
Oh, Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant, wise, remorseful, well accomplished. Thou art not ignorant what dear goodwill I bear to the banished Valentine, nor how my father would enforce me marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhorred. Thyself hast loved, and I have heard thee say, no grief did ever come so near thy heart as when thy lady and thy true love died, upon whose grave thou vowest pure chastity. Sir Eglamour, I would to Valentine, to Mantua, where I hear he makes abode, and for the ways are dangerous to pass, I do desire thy worthy company, upon whose faith and honor I repose. Urge not my father's anger, Eglamour, but think upon my grief, a lady's grief, and on the justice of my flying hands, to keep me from a most unholy match, which heaven and fortune still rewards with plagues. I do desire thee, even from a heart as full of sorrow as the sea of sands, to bear me company and go with me. If not, to hide what I have said to thee, that I may venture to depart alone.
Madam, I pity much your grievances, which, since I know they virtuously placed, I consent to go along with you. Recognize that what betideth me, as much I wish all good fortune. When will you go?
This evening coming.
And where shall I meet you?
At Friar Patrick's cell, where I intend holy confession.
I will not fail your ladyship. Good morrow, gentle lady.
Good morrow. Kind Sir
When a manservant shall play the cur with him, look you, it goes hard. Ow! One that I brought up of a puppy, one that I saved from drowning when 3 or 4 of his blind brothers and sisters went to it. I have taught him, even as one would say precisely, thus I will teach a dog. I was sent to deliver him as a present to Mistress Sylvia from my master, and I came no sooner into the dining chamber, but she steps me to her trencher and seals her capon's leg. Oh, this is a foul thing when a cur cannot keep himself in all companies. I would have, as one should say, one that takes upon him to be a dog indeed, to be as it were a dog at all things. If I had not had more wit than he, to take a fault upon me that he did, I think verily he had been hanged for it. Sure as I live, he had suffered for it. You shall judge. He thrust me himself into the company of 3 or 4 gentleman-like dogs under the Duke's table. He had not been there, bless the mark, a pissing while, but all the chamber smelt him. Out with the dog, says one. That killer is bad, says another. Whip him out, says the third. Hang him up, says the Duke. I have been acquainted with the smell before. Knew it was crab, and goes me to the fellow that whips the dogs. Friend, quoth I, you mean to whip the dog? Aye, marry do I, quoth he. You gentlemen are wrong. 'Twas I did the thing you wot of. He makes me no more ado, but whips me out of the chamber. How many masters would do this for a servant? Nay, I'll be sworn, I have sat on the stocks for puddings he have stolen. I have stood on the pillory for geese he had killed, otherwise he had suffered for it. Thou thinkst not of this now. Nay, I remember the trick you served me when I took my leave of Madame Sylvia. When didst thou see me heave up my leg and make water against a gentlewoman's farthingale. Didst thou ever see me do such a trick?
Sebastian is thy name. I like thee well, and will employ thee in some service presently.
And what you please, I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. How now, you awesome peasant? Where have you been this 2 days loitering?
Marry, sir, I carried Mistress Sylvia the dog you bade me.
And what says she to my little Jew?
Mary? She says the dog was a cur, and just your cur's thanks is good enough for such a present.
But she received my dog.
No, indeed, did she not. Here have I brought him back again.
What? Didst thou offer her this from me?
I, sir? The other squirrel was stolen from me by the hangman boys in the marketplace. And then I offered her mine own, who is a dog as big as 10 of yours, and therefore the gift the greater.
Oh, go get thee hands and find my dog again, or never again return to my sight! Oh, wait, I say, sayest thou to vex me here? A slave that still then turns you to shame! Sebastian, I have entertained thee partly that I have need of such a youth, which can with some discretion do my business, for 'tis no trusting to your foolish out, but chiefly for thy face and thy behavior, which, if my augury deceive me not, witness good bringing up, fortune and truth. Therefore know thou, for this I entertain thee. Now go presently and take this ring with thee. Deliver it to Madame Sylvia. She loved me well, delivered it to me.
It seems you love not her to leave her token. She is that belike?
Not so, I think she does.
Alas!
Why dost thou cry alas?
I cannot just but pity her,
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
because methinks that she loved you as well as you do love your Lady Sylvia. She dreams of him that has forgot her love. You dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis pity love should be so contrary, and thinking of it makes me cry alas.
Well, give her the ring, and there was all this letter. That's her chamber. Tell my lady that I can promise for a heavenly picture. Your message done, hie home unto my chamber, where thou shalt find me sad and solitary.
How many women would do such a message? Alas, poor Proteus, thou hast entertained a fox to be the shepherd of thy lambs. Alas, poor fool, why do I pity him that with his very heart despises me? Because he loves her, he despises me. Because I love him, I must pity him. This ring I gave him when he parted from me, to bind him to remember my good will. And now am I, unhappy messenger, to plead for that which I would not obtain, to carry that which I would have refused, to praise his face which I would have dispraised. I am my master's true confirmed love, but cannot be true servant to my master, unless I prove false traitor to myself. Yet will I woo for him, but yet so coldly as heaven it knows, I would not have him speak. Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you be my mean to bring me where to speak with Madame Sylvia.
What would you with her if that I be she?
If you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Sir Proteus, madam.
Oh, he sends you for a picture.
Hi, madam.
Ursula, hol mal das Foto von mir! Go, give your master this. Tell him from me, Julia, that he's changing thoughts from me. Better with this chamber than this shadow.
Hello. Please do peruse this letter. Oh, pardon me, madam. I have unadvised a little bit your paper that I should not. This is the letter to your ladyship.
I pray thee, let me look over that again.
It may not be a gift, madam. Pardon me.
There, hold. I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are full of protestations and stuffed with newfound oaths, which you will break as easily as I do tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sins at me, for I have heard him say 1,000 times as Julius gave it him at his departure. Though his false finger have profaned this ring, mine shall not do as Julius so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you, madam, that you tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself. To think upon her woes, I do protest that I have wept 100 several times.
Belike she thinks that Proteus has forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loved her well, she, in my judgment, was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking-glass and threw her sun-expelling mask away, the air has starved the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face, that now she's become as black as I.
How tall is she?
About my stature. For at Pentecost, when all our pageants of delight were played, our youth got me to play the woman's part, and I was trimmed in Madame Julia's gown, which served me as fit, by all men's judgments, as if the garment had been made for me. Therefore I knew she's about my height, and at that time I made her weep good, for I did play a lamentable part. Madam, 'twas Ariadne passioning for Theseus' perjury and unjust flight, which I so lively acted with my tears, that my poor mistress moved therewithal but bitterly, and would I might be dead, if I, in thought, felt not her very sorrow.
She's beholden to thee, gentle youth. Alas, poor lady, desolate and left, I weep myself to think upon thy words. Here, youth, there's my courtesy. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress's sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
And she shall thank you if I do know her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and beautiful. I hope my master's suit will be but cold, since she respects my mistress' love so much. Alas, how love can trifle with itself. Here's her picture. Let me see. I think if I had such attire, this face of mine were full as lovely as it is of hers. And yet the painter flattered her a little, unless I flatter with myself too much. Her hair is auburn, mine is perfect yellow. If that be all the difference in this love, I'll get me such a colored periwig. Her eyes are grey as glass, and so are mine. Aye, but her forehead's low and mine's as high. What should it be that he respects in her, but I can make respective in myself, if this fond love were not a blinded God? Come, shadow, come and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. O thou, senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, and adored. If there were sense in his idolatry, my substance should be stature in thy stead. I used thee kindly for thy mistress's sake that used me so, or else, by Jove, I vow, I should have stretched out your unseeing eyes to make my master out of love with thee.
The sun begins to gild the western sky. And now it is about the very hour that Silvio and Friar Patrick's cell should meet me. She will not fail. For lovers break not hours unless it be to come before their time, so much they spur their expedition. See where she comes, lady. Happy evening.
Amen, amen. Go on, good Egilmore. Out by the postern at the abbey wall. I fear I'm attended by some spies.
Fear not. The force is not really so. If we recover that, we're sure enough.
Sir Proteus, what says Silver to my suit?
Oh, sir, I found her milder than she was, and yet she takes exceptions at your person.
What? That my leg is too long?
No, that it is too little.
I wore a bull to make it somehow rounder.
But love will not be spurred to what it loath.
What says she to my face?
She says it is a fair one.
Nay, then what those lies? My face is black.
But pearls are black, and the old saying is, black men are pearls in beauteous ladies' eyes.
'Tis true, such faults as put out ladies' eyes, for I had rather wink than look on them.
How likes you my discourse?
Ill when you talk of war.
But well when I discourse of love and peace.
But better indeed when you hold your peace.
What says you to my valor?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not when she notes his cowardice.
What says you to my birth?
That you are well derived.
True, from a gentleman to a fool.
Consider she my possessions.
Oh, aye, and pities them.
What for?
That such an ass should owe them.
That they are out by leave.
Here comes the Duke.
Sir Proteus, Dorio, which of you saw Eglamour of late?
Not I.
Nor I.
Saw you my daughter?
Neither.
Why then she's fled into that peasant Valentine, and Eglamour is in her company. Dispatch, sweet gentlemen, and follow me.
Why it is to be a peevish girl that flies to fortune when it follows to her. And after more to be revenge on Eglamour than for the love of reckless Sylvia.
And I will follow more for Sylvia's love than hate of Eglamour that goes with her.
And I will follow more to cross that love and hate for Sylvia than is coming.
Come, be patient. We must bring you to our captain.
Come, bring her away.
Where's the gentleman that was with her?
Being nimble-footed here, thought runners. Ha! But Moses and Verona is following. Go thou with her to the west end of the wood. There was our captain. We'll follow in its flank. The thicket is beset, he can escape.
Come, I must bring you to our captain's cave. Fear not, he bears an honorable mind and will not use a woman lawlessly.
Oh, Valentine, this I endure for thee!
Desert, unfrequented woods are better booked than flourishing people in town. Here I can sit alone, unseen of any, to the nightingales which lay me low, tune my breathless, record my rhythm. Oh, thou that dost inhabit in my breast, leave not the mansion so long tenantless, lest one ruinous the building fall, and leave no memory of what it was. Prepare me with thy presence, Sylvia. Thou gentle nymph, cherish thy forlorn swain. Ah! Tell me what star it is today! These are my mates that make their wills their laws, have some unhappy passenger in chase. They love me well, but have much to do to keep them from unfilled outrages. For thee, Valentine, this comes here.
Madam, this service I have done for you, though you respect not aught your servant does, to have a life and rescue you from him that would have forced your honor and your love. Vouchsafe me for my meat but one fair look. A smaller wound than this I cannot beg, and less than this I am sure you cannot give.
How like a dream is this I see and hear. Love, lend me patience to forbear a while.
How miserable, unhappy that I am.
Unhappy were you, madam, ere I came, but by my coming I have made you happy.
By thy approach thou makest me most unhappy.
And me when he approaches to your presence.
Heaven seized by a hungry lion, I would have been a breakfast to the beast rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, heaven be judge how I love Valentine, whose life is tender to me as my soul. And full as much for more that cannot be, I do detest false perjured Proteus. Therefore be gone, solicit me no more.
What dangerous action stood next to death will I not undergo for one calm look? Oh, just because an orphan still approve and women cannot love her they are beloved.
Proteus cannot love her, he's beloved. Read over Julia's heart thy first best love. For whose dear sake thou didst rent thy faith into 1,000 oaths, and all those oaths into perjury to love me. Thou hast no truth left now, unless thou'st two, and that's far worse than none. Better have none than pure faith, which is too much by one. Counterfeit to thy true friend!
In love, who respects friends?
Oh, man, but Proteus!
Nay, the gentle spirit of moving words can no way change you to a milder form. I woo you like a soldier at arm's end, and love you against the nature of love. Force you! I force the yield to my desire!
Let go the rule and still the touch our friend of ill fashion! Valentine, thou common friend sets without faith or love for such a friend now. Treacherous man, thou hast beguiled my hopes, not by my alcohol persuaded me. Now I dare not say I have one friend alive. Thou wouldst disprove me. Who should be trusted when one's right hand is perjured to the bosom? Proteus, I am sorry, I must never trust thee more, but count the world a stranger for thy sake. The private wound is deepest. What time most accursed, amongst all foes, a friend should be the worst.
My shame and guilt confounds me. Forgive me, Valentine. If hearty sorrow be a sufficient ransom, I tender it here. I do as truly suffer as e'er I did commit.
Then I am paid. And once again, I do receive the honest, who by repentance is not satisfied, is nor of heaven nor earth, for these are pleased. By penitence the eternal's wrath appeased, and let my love may appear plain and free. All that was mine is Sylvia, I give thee.
Oh me, I'm happy!
Look to the boy.
Why, boy? Why, boy? Oh no, what's the matter? Look up. Speak.
Oh good sir, my master charged me to deliver a ring to Madame Sylvia, which out of my neglect was never done.
Where's that ring, boy?
Here it is.
How? Let me see. Why, this is the ring I gave unto Julia.
Oh, cry a mercy, sir, I have mistook. This is the ring you sent to Sylvia.
But how camest thou by this ring? And my departer gave this unto Julia.
And Julia herself did give it me. And Julia herself hath brought it hither.
Julia?
Behold her that gave aim to all thy oath and entertained them deeply in her heart. How oft hast thou with perjury cleft the root? Oh, Proteus, let this habit make thee blush. Be thou ashamed that I have took upon me such an immodest raiment, if shame live in the disguise of love. It is the lesser blood mercy finds women to change their shapes than men their minds.
Than men their minds? 'Tis true. O heaven, were man but constant, he were perfect. That one error fills him with faults, makes him run through all the sins. Inconstancy falls off ere it begins. What is in Sylvia's face that I may spy, more fresh than in Julia's with a constant eye?
Come, come, a hand from either. Let me be blessed to make this happy close, to a pity if two such friends.
Sir Valentine?
Yonder, Sylvia, Sylvia's mine!
Furio! Give back or else embrace thy death. Come not within the measure of my wrath. Do not name Sylvia thine, if once again Verona shall not hold thee. Here she stands. Take but possession of her with a touch, and I dare breathe upon my love.
Sir Valentine, I care not for her. I hold him but a fool that will endanger his body for a girl that loves him not. I claim her not, therefore. She's thine.
Sir Valentine, you are the gentleman, and well deserved. Take thou that Sylvia, for thou hast deserved him.
I thank your grace. That gift had made me happy. I now beseech you, for your daughter's sake, to grant one boon that I shall ask.
I grant it for thy own, where it be.
These banished men that I have kept withal are men endued with worthy qualities, my lord. Forgive them, and let them be recalled from their exile. They are reformed, civil, full of good, and fit for great employment, worthy lord.
I will pardon them and thee. So let's go. We will include all jars with triumphs, mirth, and rare solemnity.
And as we walk along, I dare be bold with our discourse to make your grace to smile. What think you of this page, my lord?
I think this boy hath grace in him. He blushes.
I want to, my lord. More grace than boy.
What mean you by that saying?
Please, I'll tell you as we pass along, you will wonder what that fortune is. Come, Proteus, 'tis your penance but to hear the story of our love's discovery. That done, our marriage day shall be yours. One feast, one house, one mutual happiness.
Ja, warum? Ja, sicher! Los! Natürlich! Wir singen auch mit dir, Jake. Wir singen mit.
Alles klar. Einmal. Hast du einen Storch gesehen?
Nein!
Hast du einen Storch gesehen?
Nein!
Sie fliegen in den Winter
hinein!
Denn im Sommer ist es kalt. Mama, der Mann mit dem Fuchs ist da. Mama, der Mann mit dem Fuchs ist da. Gib ihm doch die 50 Cent Minute, wie du gestern den Kuli gefunden hast. Geh doch mal runter ins Tierversuchslaboratorium. Heute mal einen Storch mit nem Krokodil. Was hast du dann?
Mein Glas ist die Lampe.
Ja, die letzte Strophe nochmal, Jay. Das ist geil, oder? Den kann man einfach weglaufen.